back to my channel. Welcome to another video on a spooky night in October. I'm doing videos all through October this month. A lot of deck videos have been kind of what I've posted so far, but I have a lot more sit down talking paranormal, scary, spooky videos coming. And tonight I wanted to talk about residual hauntings versus regular hauntings, my experiences with that, kind of intelligent hauntings, all of those, what the differences are. And I did have somebody comment down below requesting this, so thank you for that. But it is something that I feel like I know fair enough about. I am not an expert by any means. I do love the paranormal, and I consider myself an amateur paranormal investigator for the past 5 years or so. So while it is something that I'm very interested in and I do know some about, I'm not an expert. So I will put up the definition of a residual haunting here. So basically, to me, what a residual haunting is when a spirit is stuck in an area and they're just kind of like living out things that they did when they were living. So by that I mean they could just be going about their day like normal. Like if you hear a spoon moving in the kitchen, they might be just getting their spoon out to eat their food. Another way that a residual haunting can, I feel like, affect an area is by somebody's death. So if somebody was shot and it was kind of like a traumatic experience and the spirit is just kind of like in this tormented state, they could have a residual effect with their deaths. So they could just be reliving their death over and over, which I know is horrific, but that can happen where you might see a figure getting shot, or you hear a gunshot, and it's just the energy of what happened playing over and over and over again in the same area. And in this case, the spirit haunting wouldn't be intelligent, so you wouldn't be able to have a conversation in the present, here and now. It's something from the past kind of replaying over and over and over again. And I feel like I definitely have had this experience in a home that I lived in Michigan. I lived there for about 6 months. The home was over 150 years old, and I had an experience in the kitchen where the cabinet was opening and the drawer was opening, and I swore and I knew that I'd closed it and it was just opening again. And obviously that's creepy, and my mom had the same experience where cabinet doors would open by themselves. And to me, that's a residual haunting. The guy is just going about his life like normal, opening up the cabinets, getting things out of the kitchen. So it's like just kind of replaying his life the same way that it was when he was living, just over and over, same pattern. And there was a lot of dark energy in that house, a lot. And we found out later on that the person who lived in the house took his own life in the garage. And I found this out years after I moved out, and it explains a lot to me. And I do feel like there was some intelligent entities in that house as well, because my husband, at the time, my boyfriend, he saw a lot of things in the closet, and there was a lot of weird stuff with the closet in my room. It just felt very dark there. He always saw like entities standing in the closet, and I saw them as well. I heard a voice in the closet that I have on recording. And I think when somebody's in a really dark state like that, they can attract bad entities and energies into the house. And so maybe I think that was just kind of leftover entities from when he lived there and he was in this really low place. And I think that attracted a lot of bad entities that were intelligent, because I felt like they were watching us on purpose and they knew we were there. So to me, that's an example of two different kinds of hauntings in the same home and possibly related to each other. And if you're just talking about a regular intelligent haunting, that would just be a spirit that you can communicate with, or that kind of has direct reactions to things that you do. So for example, if you heard your name, that would be an intelligent haunting because they know your name and they're speaking it to you in the here and now. Or if you said, for example, if anybody's here, please knock on the wall, and you heard a knock, then that would be an intelligent haunting, a spirit that you can communicate with back and forth. And I believe the person that commented on my video asked me to explain the difference between a residual haunting and a regular haunting, and I don't really think there's a such thing as a regular haunting, but I guess like the haunting that most people think about is like when somebody's attached to a home, like they passed away in a home and they're just kind of still there, they have unfinished business, whatever. So I think a residual haunting can be a regular haunting as well as an intelligent haunting, because it could be that they're just reliving this really bad traumatic event over and over. They could be just reliving their day-to-day life over and over, and they don't realize that they've passed away. I feel like that is definitely a haunting that can happen if they're kind of reliving their life like they're still alive and they haven't quite realized that they're not alive anymore. I definitely think that's something that can happen. So I think the way that you would be able to tell, I guess, if you're dealing with a residual or an intelligent haunting is just kind of the energy, the feeling that you get, right? If something is a residual haunting related to somebody's death per se, and I feel like you wouldn't get the feeling that something's negatively there to affect you. You might be negatively affected by this energy because it is a bad energy, a bad traumatic event that happened. And so you might get the feeling that something bad happened here. But I feel like you can definitely determine if something's going to negatively impact you or is out to get you. I feel like that's something you can definitely feel when you're dealing with spirits, or if you feel like an intelligent haunting is out to get you, it's all in the energy. It's all what you feel. And I definitely feel like there are positive. So let's say you have a loved one who did the same thing every day. They had a routine, like with their tea, you know, like they put their tea on the stove and they would go out to the garden and they drink their tea. And maybe you hear the sound of a tea kettle. Okay, so that would be a good feeling that you would have about your loved one, because the residual energy of something she loved to do every day is just kind of still present in your current life. So I feel like you can have negative and positive experiences with both. There's not one that's inherently worse than the other one. I really just think it depends on the spirit that you're dealing with and the situation in which they're still like stuck in the area that they are. It all depends on that as far as if it's a good or a bad haunting. And obviously there's different entities. So we have like ghost spirits, or if you believe in demonic entities, things like that, then obviously that's going to be a big difference as well. And I can talk more about demonic hauntings and spirit hauntings if you want me to do a separate video about that. But I hope you guys got the gist of what I was saying with residual and intelligent / regular hauntings. I hope it all made sense. If there's anything else paranormal related that you guys want me to talk about, just kind of on specific terms and what they mean and how they relate to my experiences, I would love to talk more about that. If you guys have any suggestions down below, anything you want to see in Spooktober, let me know and I'll try to make it happen. We have the rest of the month to go, so I'm hoping I can get some kind of a ghost hunting adventure in this month somewhere. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. I don't have anything planned, but I can definitely try. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much, and I'm really grateful for those of you who have stuck around for my whole channel rebrand and everything. I've definitely changed some things around, but I feel like I know why I've been drawn to this path, and I'm a lot more grounded, a lot more content with who I am and the content that I'm making. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.